Question 1. What is the primary function of a data catalog in managing data across an enterprise? Option A. To physically store data across multiple databases and make it more accessible. Option B. To act as a centralized repository where metadata about data assets is stored to help users discover and understand data. Option C. To increase data transfer speeds across different storage platforms. Option D. To encrypt data to ensure its security when stored in cloud environments. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option B. To act as a centralized repository where metadata about data assets is stored to help users discover and understand data. Explanation. A data catalog functions as a centralized repository that stores metadata about data assets within an organization. It helps users discover, understand, and manage data by providing context and accessibility information, thus enhancing data governance and usability across different departments. Question 2. A multinational corporation uses a data catalog to manage data spread across global offices. What benefit does the data catalog provide in terms of data utilization? Option A. By documenting data assets and their relationships, the data catalog makes it easier for employees in different locations to find and utilize relevant data effectively. Option B. It helps in identifying redundant data and potential cost savings. Option C. It facilitates real-time data processing by streaming data directly to the catalog. Option D. It centralizes data storage, reducing the need for multiple storage solutions. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option A. By documenting data assets and their relationships, the data catalog makes it easier for employees in different locations to find and utilize relevant data effectively. Explanation. A data catalog aids multinational corporations by documenting data assets and their relationships, thus enabling employees in different geographic locations to efficiently discover and use relevant data. This centralized metadata management improves data accessibility and utility across the organization. Question 3. How can a data catalog facilitate better data governance and compliance for a financial institution? Option A. By providing tools to back up all stored data automatically. Option B. By automatically converting all data into a standardized format for easier processing. Option C. By restricting data access to senior management only. Option D. By cataloging data sources and their metadata, which includes information on data origin, format, and usage, thus ensuring transparency and auditability required for compliance. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option D. By cataloging data sources and their metadata, which includes information on data origin, format, and usage, thus ensuring transparency and auditability required for compliance. Explanation. A data catalog enhances data governance and compliance by providing detailed metadata that includes the data's origin, usage, and format, among other attributes. This transparency and traceability are crucial for financial institutions to meet strict regulatory requirements and to ensure that data handling practices are compliant. Question 4. What is the best practice for a company using Apache Hive on an on-premises Hadoop cluster who wants to build a data catalog that can later scale to include cloud resources? Option A. Use AWS S3 as a data catalog for both on-premises and cloud metadata. Option B. Build a custom solution from scratch to avoid using existing tools. Option C. Continue using the Apache Hive Metastore exclusively, ignoring the potential to scale with cloud resources. Option D. Start with Apache Hive Metastore and plan to migrate metadata to AWS Glue Data Catalog for future scalability. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option D. Start with Apache Hive Metastore and plan to migrate metadata to AWS Glue Data Catalog for future scalability. Explanation. Starting with Apache Hive Metastore for the on-premises setup and planning to migrate to AWS Glue Data Catalog later is a strategic approach. This allows the company to leverage the robust capabilities of Hive in their current environment while preparing for future scalability and integration with cloud resources through AWS Glue. Question 5. A data engineering team is tasked with building a centralized data catalog to manage metadata across their data lake and data warehouses. Which tool should they use to integrate metadata from both AWS and on-premises environments? Option A. Amazon RDS, for its relational database features. Option B. Apache Hive Metastore, because it is limited to on-premises Hadoop environments only. Option C. AWS Lambda, to manually handle and integrate metadata. Option D. AWS Glue Data Catalog, as it provides a unified view of all their metadata across AWS services and on-premises data sources. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option D. AWS Glue Data Catalog, as it provides a unified view of all their metadata across AWS services and on-premises data sources. Explanation. AWS Glue Data Catalog is an ideal choice as it serves as a centralized metadata repository that integrates with various AWS services and can connect to on-premises data sources. This allows the data engineering team to manage metadata seamlessly across their entire data landscape. Question 6. What consideration should a financial institution factor in when creating a data catalog to manage sensitive financial data? Option A. Focus exclusively on the technical aspects of the catalog, ignoring the organizational culture. Option B. Avoid integrating the data catalog with existing financial systems to keep processes separate and manageable. Option C. Prioritize metadata management and ensure the catalog includes robust security features to protect sensitive financial data. Option D. Choose a cataloging tool based solely on the lowest cost option available. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option C. Prioritize metadata management and ensure the catalog includes robust security features to protect sensitive financial data. Explanation. When creating a data catalog for managing sensitive financial data, a financial institution should prioritize robust metadata management and security features. These elements are critical to protect sensitive information and ensure that the catalog supports compliance with financial regulations and standards. Question 7. A multinational corporation seeks to streamline operations across its global divisions using a data catalog. What key features should their data catalog include to support this goal? Option A. A feature to translate metadata into multiple languages to support international teams. Option B. An auto-delete function that removes data periodically to simplify data management. Option C. Restrictions that allow only senior management to access the data catalog. Option D. A complex user interface that offers advanced functionalities for technical users only. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option A. A feature to translate metadata into multiple languages to support international teams. Explanation. For a multinational corporation, the data catalog should include features that cater to an international workforce, such as metadata translation into multiple languages. This ensures that teams across different regions can effectively use the catalog, enhancing communication and operational efficiency across global divisions. Question 8. A healthcare organization wants to implement a data catalog to improve data discoverability and compliance with health data regulations. What initial steps should they take to ensure the catalog meets their needs? Option A. Limit the catalog to patient data only to simplify the implementation process. Option B. Immediately purchase the most expensive data cataloging tool to guarantee data security. Option C. Develop a comprehensive data dictionary that includes all existing data without regard to specific compliance needs. Option D. Conduct a data inventory to identify all data sources and define metadata standards tailored to healthcare regulations. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option D. Conduct a data inventory to identify all data sources and define metadata standards tailored to healthcare regulations. Explanation. The best initial step for a healthcare organization is to conduct a thorough data inventory to identify all relevant data sources. This should be followed by defining metadata standards that align with healthcare regulations, ensuring that the data catalog not only improves data discoverability but also adheres to necessary compliance standards. Question 9. An energy company wants to integrate and analyze data from various sources like IoT sensors, operational logs, and environmental data to improve efficiency. How can AWS Glue crawlers assist in managing this data? Option A. Deploy crawlers to monitor real-time energy consumption and provide alerts. Option B. AWS Glue crawlers should be used to directly control IoT devices and manage sensor data. Option C. Use AWS Glue crawlers to manually enter data into the system for consistency. Option D. They can automate the extraction of metadata from these diverse sources and populate the AWS Glue data catalog, enabling a unified view for analysis. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option D. They can automate the extraction of metadata from these diverse sources and populate the AWS Glue data catalog, enabling a unified view for analysis. Explanation. AWS Glue crawlers can automate the discovery and integration of metadata from diverse data sources such as IoT sensors and operational logs into the AWS Glue data catalog. This provides a unified metadata repository that simplifies access and analysis, enhancing the company's ability to manage and analyze data for operational efficiency. Question 10. What strategy should a digital marketing agency adopt using AWS Glue crawlers to enhance their data-driven campaigns across multiple platforms? Option A. Configure AWS Glue crawlers to consolidate and catalog data from various advertising platforms, enabling centralized analysis and strategic planning. Option B. Leverage crawlers to optimize ad performance in real time. Option C. AWS Glue crawlers should be used to automatically send marketing emails. Option D. Utilize AWS Glue crawlers to directly interact with and manipulate marketing platforms. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option A. Configure AWS Glue crawlers to consolidate and catalog data from various advertising platforms, enabling centralized analysis and strategic planning. Explanation. AWS Glue crawlers can be effectively used by a digital marketing agency to consolidate data from various advertising platforms into a central data catalog. This enables comprehensive analysis and strategic planning, allowing the agency to optimize their campaigns based on insights drawn from a unified data source. Question 11. A pharmaceutical company conducts extensive research and generates large amounts of data. How can AWS Glue crawlers help them maintain an up-to-date data catalog for this dynamic environment? Option A. Using crawlers to physically store research data within AWS Glue. Option B. By scheduling regular crawls to reflect new data and schema changes automatically in the data catalog. Option C. Deploying crawlers to enforce compliance with data governance standards. Option D. AWS Glue crawlers should focus solely on data cleaning and pre-processing. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option B. By scheduling regular crawls to reflect new data and schema changes automatically in the data catalog. Explanation. In a dynamic research environment, AWS Glue crawlers are invaluable for maintaining an accurate and current data catalog. By scheduling crawlers to run regularly, the company ensures that all new data and any schema modifications are automatically updated in the data catalog, facilitating seamless data management and accessibility. Question 12. A large e-commerce company uses AWS Glue Data Catalog to manage their product inventory data stored in Amazon S3, which is partitioned by date. They frequently add new data corresponding to daily transactions. How should they ensure that the AWS Glue Data Catalog is synchronized with the new partitions as they are added? Option A. Manually update the data catalog each time a new partition is created. Option B. Use AWS Lambda to automatically trigger an AWS Glue crawler upon the creation of new partitions in S3. Option C. Ignore new partitions as AWS Glue automatically detects and synchronizes them without any intervention. Option D. Rely solely on periodic AWS Glue crawler runs at less frequent intervals, e.g., monthly, to update the catalog. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option B. Use AWS Lambda to automatically trigger an AWS Glue crawler upon the creation of new partitions in S3. Explanation. To ensure the AWS Glue data catalog remains synchronized with new data partitions as they are created, using AWS Lambda to automatically trigger an AWS Glue crawler is the most efficient method. This setup automates the process of detecting and incorporating new partitions into the data catalog, maintaining its accuracy and reducing the latency in data availability for querying and analysis. Question 13. A media streaming company stores video metadata in an Amazon S3 bucket, partitioned by creation date and content type. They need an efficient way to ensure their AWS Glue data catalog stays synchronized with daily incoming data. What strategy should they implement? Option A. Manually run AWS Glue crawlers at the end of each day. Option B. Configure AWS Glue crawlers to run automatically after each new batch of data is uploaded, using CloudWatch events to trigger the process. Option C. Only update the data catalog quarterly to minimize processing overhead. Option D. Utilize a third-party tool to handle partition synchronization outside of AWS services. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option B. Configure AWS Glue crawlers to run automatically after each new batch of data is uploaded, using CloudWatch events to trigger the process. Explanation. The best practice for maintaining synchronization between Amazon S3 and AWS Glue data catalog is to configure AWS Glue crawlers to automatically run when new data is detected. Setting up AWS CloudWatch events to trigger these crawlers ensures that the data catalog is continuously updated with minimal delay, reflecting new partitions as they are added. Question 14. A healthcare provider uses AWS for data analysis and needs to synchronize data across multiple S3 buckets partitioned by patient ID and visit date. What is the optimal method to ensure consistent catalog updates? Option A, a manual synchronization by database administrators whenever a new patient record is added. Option B, set up an automated AWS Glue crawler pipeline triggered by S3 events through Amazon EventBridge. Option C, deploy AWS Glue crawlers weekly regardless of when new data arrives. Option D, use AWS step functions to orchestrate crawler activities based on data ingestion patterns. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option B, set up an automated AWS Glue crawler pipeline triggered by S3 events through Amazon EventBridge. Explanation. For continuous and reliable data catalog updates in response to new patient data, setting up an AWS Glue crawler pipeline that is automatically triggered by S3 events through Amazon EventBridge ensures that the catalog always reflects the latest data without manual effort. This method leverages the event-driven architecture of AWS to maintain synchronization efficiently. Question 15. An analytics firm processes financial records stored in Amazon S3, partitioned by region and fiscal quarter. How can they automate the process to ensure that the AWS Glue data catalog is always up to date with new fiscal quarter data partitions? Option A, automate crawler execution using AWS Lambda functions to detect and react to new data uploads instantly. Option B, rely on manual updates whenever a financial audit requires access to the new data. Option C, implement an on-demand AWS Glue crawler run triggered by an Amazon S3 lifecycle policy. Option D, schedule AWS Glue crawlers to run at a fixed interval every quarter after data ingestion. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option A, automate crawler execution using AWS Lambda functions to detect and react to new data uploads instantly. Explanation. To ensure that the data catalog matches the rapidly changing data environment, automating AWS Glue crawler execution with AWS Lambda provides the most effective solution. Lambda functions can be designed to respond immediately to notifications of new data uploads, triggering crawlers to update the catalog with new partitions without any manual intervention. Question 16. A manufacturing company is setting up a data catalog to manage and analyze production data collected from various sensors across their plants. What essential components of metadata should their data catalog include to enhance data usability and governance? Option A. The data catalog should primarily focus on storing physical data locations, ignoring other metadata aspects. Option B. Include only technical metadata like data types and sizes, assuming other details are unnecessary. Option C. Only the timestamps of data creation and the sensor IDs, as they are the minimal requirements. Option D. Metadata components should include detailed data descriptions, ownership information, data lineage, and usage policies to ensure comprehensive data governance and usability. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option D. Metadata components should include detailed data descriptions, ownership information, data lineage, and usage policies to ensure comprehensive data governance and usability. Explanation. For effective data management, especially in a manufacturing context with sensor data, the data catalog should include a comprehensive set of metadata components. This includes not only technical metadata like data types and sizes but also detailed descriptions, ownership details, data lineage, tracing the source and lifecycle of data, and usage policies. These components enhance the catalog's utility by ensuring data is well governed, traceable, and aligned with compliance and operational standards. Question 17. An online media company uses a data catalog to manage their extensive multimedia content library. What metadata components should be prioritized to enhance searchability and content management? Option A, content format, resolution, creation date, and tags related to content type and subject matter. Option B, metadata should be limited to user access logs and download counts. Option C, focus solely on legal information such as copyright status and distribution rights. Option D, only the file size and storage location, as these are the most basic requirements. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option A, content format, resolution, creation date, and tags related to content type and subject matter. Explanation. For a media company, the data catalog should prioritize metadata components like content format, resolution, creation date, and detailed tagging related to content type and subject matter. These elements enhance the searchability and management of multimedia content, facilitating efficient access and utilization across the organization. Question 18. A financial services firm is developing a data catalog to manage transactional data. Which metadata components are crucial to meet compliance requirements and facilitate audits? Option A, limit metadata to technical details such as data formats and database versions. Option B, metadata focusing exclusively on the names and roles of data entry employees. Option C, comprehensive metadata including data lineage, ownership, access controls, and audit trails. Option D, metadata should include transaction amounts, account numbers, and timestamps only. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option C, comprehensive metadata including data lineage, ownership, access controls, and audit trails. Explanation. For a financial services firm, it is critical to include metadata components such as data lineage, ownership, access controls, and audit trails in the data catalog. These elements are essential for meeting stringent compliance requirements and facilitating efficient and accurate audits. Question 19. A healthcare research organization is setting up a data catalog to manage clinical trial data. What metadata components are essential for enhancing data discovery and supporting collaborative research? Option A, catalog metadata limited to the number of participants and trial duration. Option B, focus on metadata related to storage costs and data retention periods. Option C, only metadata describing the medical conditions being studied. Option D, metadata should include detailed descriptions of data sets, protocols used, participant consent details, and links to related studies. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option D, metadata should include detailed descriptions of data sets, protocols used, participant consent details, and links to related studies. Explanation. For a healthcare research organization, the data catalog should include detailed descriptions of data sets, the protocols used in clinical trials, participant consent details, and links to related studies. These metadata components enhance data discoverability and support collaborative research efforts by providing comprehensive context and connectivity between data sets. Question 20. An international consulting firm is implementing a data governance strategy to manage sensitive client information across different regions, each with unique privacy laws. How should they classify their data to ensure compliance and enhance security? Option A. Avoid data classification and instead focus on encrypting all stored data. Option B, classify only the data pertaining to clients from regions with strict privacy laws, ignoring others. Option C, classify all client data uniformly as confidential to simplify governance. Option D, implement a tiered data classification system based on the sensitivity of the information and the specific privacy regulations of each region. Take a moment to choose your answer. The correct answer is option D, implement a tiered data classification system based on the sensitivity of the information and the specific privacy regulations of each region. Explanation. The consulting firm should adopt a tiered data classification system that aligns with the sensitivity of the information and considers the specific privacy regulations of each region where they operate. This approach allows for nuanced security measures that are tailored to protect client information effectively while ensuring compliance with regional privacy laws.